Hello everybody, Tony here, and welcome back to TTBurger Game Reviews. And oh boy, do we have a treat today. I thought I saw the worst games on the PlayStation. I thought I did, but dear Lord, I was way wrong, because all those horrible games that I mentioned, like those shockingly bad ones that are so bad that can't even be considered games, like Largo Winch Commando SAR, Spawn the Eternal, Bubsy 3D, The Incredible Hulk, the Pantheon Saga, and stuff. I thought I saw the worst. I thought the Mary Kate and Ashley games and the Barbie games and the Sabrina the Teenage Witch games were the worst as well. But boy, you haven't seen anything yet. And I'm just surprised that there is a game out there that is 10 times worse than those games that I mentioned. This game is so bad that that it makes the games that I mentioned seem awesome and seem like actual playable games. And this game was requested to me to review by my buddy Razorblade1812, and this game was made by the company ASC Games, ASC Games, or whatever you call it. And I got it right here. Perfect Weapon, released in 1996 on the PlayStation and on the PC. And this, my friends, is without doubt the worst PlayStation game I have ever played and ever seen. And how bad does the game get? Well, after we hit new game, it starts to go downhill. We get this really long load time, and I don't understand why this load time is so long, because what you're about to see is going to be one of the worst looking games I've ever seen in my life. So bad. I mean, it's just atrocious. I mean, look how long this load time is. And by 1996 standards, this is insane. I mean, look how long this load time is. I mean, just look how long it is. I mean, and it's still going too. I mean, like, when this first happened, oh, there we go, I thought my game was broken. And then we're treated with this. We see our protagonist, Blake Hunter. He says like some special agent or whatever, and he's doing a kickboxing match. And like, look at his face. I mean, it's like, he looks like a marshmallow with a face on it. And then like, he's in the locker room, like taping up his hands and getting ready for the next match, when all of a sudden he sees something and it takes him away. And then we see the title screen here, Perfect Weapon, and yeah, he's basically being taken away by aliens and so he's got to get back. And then he narrates and stuff in such a boring monotone voice that like can't even. It's just that he talks and talks for a little bit, and then we get into the game, and the game's problems start to show. And when you play the game, these controls are horrible. I mean, like, when I had a hard time moving. I mean, it's so hard to even simply move. Like, to run, you have to hold down the X button and the up button, and sometimes it doesn't even work. And sometimes to get on these like platforms, you can't run on them. You have to jump on them, and just the jumping is just not so good either. You'll keep hearing them say "no way" over and over if you can't walk in a certain way or run a certain way, and you have to be in the precise spot in order to progress farther. I mean, this is just pathetic. I mean, like, he kept saying "no way" over and over to the point where I was ready to mute the TV, mute the screen or whatever. I was so ready to mute it because I was tired of hearing him saying that. And like, I mean, I'll admit the backgrounds are nice and pre-rendered looking, but the character models are very blocky looking. I mean, it look very blocky, and like, then we come to our first enemy here, and the first enemy is this monster that I don't know, looks like some type of wolf or something that's hard to hit. But I didn't know that you can press like special combos and stuff like that. But the moves like trying to fight the enemies is broken, because sometimes your attacks will go right through them and they'll miss you. And you'll be using up all your healing items right away because you can't hit a certain enemy. And even trying to navigate it is just impossible too, because the map doesn't really help you at all. In fact, like, the map changes when you go to a new level. I mean, like, why not just show me where I'm supposed to go in like an area that's not lit up yet, instead of making me play a game of Duck Duck Goose or whatever to try and find where to go. And yet you notice that I keep running and stopping. It's because he doesn't want to run sometimes and such. And yet, I bet, like, there are only 5 levels in this game, and none of them are interesting at all. I mean, I couldn't even get past the first level because the levels are all long and tedious. Like, I think this is Ice World that we're on. I don't know. Like, you have Ice Moon, Garden Moon stuff. It's like, it's just so boring. That, like, I mean, look how he moves. Like, you can't even run away from them. And there's tons of respawning enemies, like endless spawns of enemies that respawn non-stop. That you'll be there for hours. And you see, and also, to complete the levels, you don't just get to the end of the level. No, that would make things too. What's the word to look for? That would make things too easy and stuff like that. But they had to up the challenge to where you have to collect a certain number of these yellow orb things that enemies drop in order to advance. But the problem is that, like, you're not gonna know where to go because everywhere looks the same. And, like, you get items like a satellite dish and these, like, triangles and these colored triangles. I don't know what they do, and nor do I even care what they do, because it's not gonna make the game any more interesting. And yet your life goes down a lot. Your life goes down too fast. And yet, here's the thing with games like Spawn the Eternal and Larkin Winch Commando SAR. The thing is, with those games, at least they had controls that were simple and easy to pick up and stuff. Here, they're not. I mean, the controls are so bad. Like, there's like the punches and the kicks, and you walk, and it's like a full 1 or 2 second delay, and you'll wonder if your controller is broken. And you know what? Why couldn't they? Why did they have to make the game like this? Why? I mean, come on. Games are supposed to be fun, not frustrating like this. And I love how he jumps like 50 feet in the air. I mean, I know he's on a moon stuff like that, but like he walks fine, like there's gravity on there. So yeah, and like it's just boring. I mean, like all you're basically doing is hitting respawning enemies over and over, and just yeah. But I didn't really agree touch much on like the graphics right there. I mean, I know, like I said, the graphics are have pre-rendered backgrounds, and the character models and enemy models are very black. There's only 2 types of enemies. Like, you got like wolf creatures, and you got human characters, and that's basically it. That's basically all it is. And like the pre-rendered cutscene looks like shit. Like I mentioned, Blake's face looks like a marshmallow carved face on it, drawn it and such. And there's also, and like, that's basically all I gotta say about the graphics. Sound, like I said, is shit. That's the annoying music that keeps looping over and over again. Yeah, I mean, I know it's hard to turn off, but why can't they make the music more interesting? It's like, the music is just so, I can't stand the music anymore. I can't stand the music. I couldn't stand the music, and I still can't stand it. And like, and just, there's so much wrong with this game. I mean, they can't even consider this a game. This isn't a game. This is just, there is no redeeming quality with this game at all. There's nothing redeeming about it. It's just, there's not even enough words to describe it. This game is just so bad. Like, wow. I thought I saw bad games, but this really takes the cake. This really takes the cake. And also, the fixed camera angles, yeah, they tried to, yeah, the Resident Evil style camera angles are a big chore as well to navigate, because you can't see where you're going at the times, and it just like changes on you for no reason whatsoever. And yeah, if you're hoping for me to go more in the game, like using the password system to like get to any more of the levels, no, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that, because one, I just don't feel like doing it, because why should anyone torture themselves beyond the first levels? It's just beyond me. And I cannot believe that there is a game out there that is worse than Spawn the Eternal. Spawn the Eternal looks like a masterpiece compared to this game. I mean, holy shit. You know, that's pretty much all I can take. I mean, like, I'm not gonna bother this anymore. I mean, just don't play the game. I mean, don't play it. I mean, go play something better. If you want to play like any 3D Beatles or anything like that, go play like freaking Fighting Force or that ninja game on the PS1, like Ninja Shadows of Art or whatever it's called. I forget the name of the game. Like, those games are better than this, and have more interesting characters as well. Blake Hunter is not an interesting character at all. He's just some lifeless guy who's been kidnapped by aliens. So you know what? Let the aliens keep him. Let the aliens keep him. He'd be doing us a favor. And so, what's my final verdict here? Stay away from this game. Just stay away from it. This game has no redeeming factors whatsoever, and you're better off playing other games on the PlayStation. The PlayStation deserves better than this. And you know what? I'm going to give it a very low rating, like not even a number rating, even lower ratings than I gave games like Spawn the Eternal and Largo Winch Commando Star and stuff like that. You ready for it? I'm going to give this game unplayably abysmal and forgotten out of 10, because this game is so bad that it can be easily be forgotten about, because nobody wants to remember this game. I mean, even people who bought this on the day it came out will probably forget about it too. And this is just terrible for the PlayStation, because the PlayStation deserves better than this pile of garbage. Because there are tons of better beat 'em ups and stuff on the PlayStation, and yet this game is just a disgrace to us video gamers, especially people who love the PlayStation and stuff. Especially me, who says the PlayStation is his favorite console of all time, and it is my favorite console of all time. And this is just pathetic. That's pretty much all I gotta say. You know what the drill is. Like the video, subscribe, comment down below, and don't forget to join my Discord group, TTBurger Gamers United, if you're interested. And yet, that's pretty much all I gotta say. This is Tony, peacing out, and just avoid this game. There's more videos coming, so stay tuned. But in the meantime, avoid this game. That's all I gotta say, people.